Warning, I swear a lot.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So I don't really know what my next goal is right now, so I'm just going to talk to these punks because I haven't really spoken to these two one-on-one yet properly and see what I can get out of them.
I see you're here again. Offside, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
Oh, I'm sure it would. Now explain to me, sign, what's the deal?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you? I saw a sticker, what's the deal?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
It's this one, you know, the one I have.
Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about?
What the deal?
The dead guy smiling.
And what does that mean? Why is the dead guy smiling?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death.
Okay.
Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
I should have known that the first thing I'd find in this tent was like bargain bin philosophy.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
He could also be drugged out of his mind.
Or drunk. Or in a clinical coma. Or glad to be dead. But those versions suck.
They've definitely exhausted this subject for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs all good?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
I heard you, I just didn't understand. Okay. Tell me about the machines.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
Okay.
Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Saint-Saëns science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
True.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
It must be researched. We have to learn how to raise skeletons for reasons. So you think it's real? It actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
Ah, the plebs.
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Well, we all know that Disco Elysium is a prequel for XCOM, so why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of a widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
I'm fucking sure. Could you use your sign sense to help me contact a coalition warship?
Don't think so. Big bad frequencies are extremely negative. Thought suppression, dream implantation, memory revision. Pretty out there stuff. Not sure I want to get involved with it.
You just don't know how. Be honest.
There is fear there, but also curiosity. He just needs a reason to help you.
Besides, our own signs aren't even synced yet. So how am I supposed to get you synced up with a big bad? It don't make any sense, law lover.
Sure. Okay, I'll come back later. Egg Boy.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Okay.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying that, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
That is something different. You have to give him credit. That's different to what he just said.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
I don't know. I've got an idea, though. Check it out. He wants hardcore. Oh, I'll give him hardcore. How's this for some hardcore? Now I've got the fucking Walshy thing.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
Because I am.
This is hardcore. Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All car, all right. Yeah.
Still say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Uh-huh.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore.
Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I'm not that dumb, unfortunately. I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yeah! Back to the heavyweight jam.
Says the young man with the tape player and the large boyardero boots. Long-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore!
Oh boy.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the meg. Internally coherent.
All car, all right.
He furrows his...
Hardcore! Ah! The question is, what is the question?
No, seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't. I thought I didn't. That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't, and now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
No. Oh, the puzzle. Okay, alright.
We're close. True, hard, full, car.
We're close. Say nothing.
Hardcore,
No,
hardcore,
I
coherent.
will.
All car.
I will.
He furrowed.
I will. I'm a little worried it
The
isn't.
question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
You're the question. Fuck.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life. We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata, the place to be.
What is Yekokata?
Yekokata is a
God damn you.
We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. It's the message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel.
God damn, this guy is completely impenetrable. I don't know how to figure him out.
True.
What are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah, request.
Oh, I'm out. I can't do this anymore. My soul hurts too much. We have an actual job to do. We should probably go do it. I'm not expecting much, but we could go talk to Lady again and see if she'd be willing to put up with I can't even remember what the name of the music is, but the dance club and drugs. Maybe she would be okay with it. I don't know. Doubtful. But she might be. Maybe if I talk real good. Sometimes I'm real good at talking. Like, not now. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you like drugs?
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre, he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Unfortunately, you don't own this place.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
Are you mad because your game failed, like, real bad?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
Tough? It's gonna happen anyway?
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Ah, convince her to cooperate with the Ravers.
Easy.
Kablams.
When her research is done, she can move out.
So, we help with the research, I suppose. Listen, about your research you mentioned earlier that's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. a glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Uh-huh.
All right. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
What is the offside? What is an offside copy, and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
She's making it extra simple for you.
Extra simple.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Okay.
Hold on. If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site?
If it's called an off-site copy, why is it on site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Okay.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
It is.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored.
Okay.
We clear?
I guess.
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
So by your old workspace, you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
I've already been in there.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge.
Oh.
Just go and get it.
But I put a corpse in there. I did do that. Where exactly is it?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
I don't think it is.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Yeah, I found the note and it said that the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said it had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker and the note was signed by someone named Sulislaw.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads.
Valley of the Heads.
Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
Crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
I did find it, but it's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
That's why I'm asking you.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
We put a dead body in that fridge.
Wait, what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
The lieutenant says, looking at you. But we put a body in the fridge.
Whose body is it?
Don't worry, I put it there temporarily. It's all part of an official police investigation.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
Yeah, that's what I said in the first place.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
You know, when you're reporting to someone, you gotta make sure you give them all the details. It's
We
important.
would appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Because I won't.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care.
Oh, you cared for a few minutes. Why can't you go?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
But what if it does emit elemental evil? Narrow your eyes.
It doesn't emit. it receives. You sound just like her. She started praying when she first saw my rain. Turned to higher powers.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
I see. Okay, I'll go look for it then.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar. That's exactly what I needed.
And here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
I don't care.
The legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Prybar version 2.0 for professionals like you.
Like me. Oh, fuck yeah. Big tool. Big tool. Ooh. Holy shit. Ready to go. I've got my JRPG weapon. And my ledger, and my revolver ocelot look. Marvelous, good, ready to go, solve a case of some kind. Looking forward to it, excited. Any doors that might exist shan't exist much longer with me around. Let's go sort that out real quick. Fuck it.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
What if I turn the crank?
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar? Is dead ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
Marvelous.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side.
Brilliant.
Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
No ice cream.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Lieutenant agrees. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold. Take the memory.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan Kilda as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes,
you got it.
But aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
I gotta be honest, I'm not particularly curious. Gotta be honest, really kinda not curious at all. About their silly video game that is never gonna be a thing. Nah. I'm good. To the church. Ma'am, I've got your stupid thing. Also, this multi-tool is mine now.
What is it?
About the offside copy.
Yes?
I brought you it.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
So what's gonna happen now?
Now, I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door.
Wait, no. That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it.
What are you even hoping to find?
I have a theory. Linville was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment.
Okay.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
She pressed print on the machine's keyboard.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Okay.
This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that.
Something's very wrong with that filament memory.
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Say nothing. Let her do it.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
I don't even know what she's doing.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly!
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist into the air. You found it?
I found the coordinates!
Should I tell a celebratory laugh? I don't understand what we're doing anymore.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job.
Yay, congratulations.
Thank you!
She yells back with a grin. So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church where a group of water bowls form a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
Okay.
You like moving things around. Moving things around is calm.
I enjoy moving things. Yes.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
See, I'm not some kind of massive fool, and that's why I've literally just taken a picture on my phone. No, I don't want to send that through WhatsApp. What's wrong with you? Stop it. That's why I've just taken a picture of that, and I'm going to refer to it in case the game's like, alright, smart guy, where do the things go? And I'm like, I've already got it. Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Right, I'll let you work in peace. Move the third bowl. Wait, which one's the third bowl? Oh, I interact with all of them at the same time. Okay.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still.
The no sound zone.
Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Clever, clever.
Oh boy, this is going to be good.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
I didn't even need to take a picture of those instructions. Do the other one.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor.
That's probably not good.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall.
I've done it. I did it. I've done it. There's a bird indoors. Shit's crazy. Hello.
Yes, what is it?
I've done it. What now?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, biting into her chapped lip.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Oh, what's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
Okay.
If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you mute them in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Yeah, understandable, but isn't it just going to be silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
Could be nothing.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the main frame throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Ah, you're overthinking it.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's go do it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones and ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing.
And then nothing.
Nothing happens as Sona Lokinen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence.
Yep.
You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
I'll say nothing for now.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well.
Damn it.
Well, at least the world's still okay.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Uh-huh.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
Yeah, we were kind of building up to, like, a thing, but there was obviously no thing. I could tell there was going to be no thing. Nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
Ah.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it.
Uh-huh.
But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is.
Makes sense, I
You can
suppose.
try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Maybe I could listen gooder.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
There's always more to it.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Let me come back to you on that. Okay, we need perception. We need perception. Yes, we do. Well, first of all, we need, the frog. If the frog hat will help me listen real good. Trust me, trust me. I'm a cop. I know what I'm doing. Okay, well, the hat's all I'm going to get in perception. So, yeah, let's try and listen.
Yes, what is it?
Put on the headphones.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air.
But what does it mean?
What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Sooner, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
We happen to know some people.
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the Arabic. That I can't read that word. I truly can't.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would, if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
There we go.
Brilliant negotiating there, detective. As always.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a very good cop. I'll go talk to him.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Just doing my job, which is actually has nothing to do with this, but I'm gonna keep that on, actually. Fuck it. I'm playing Revolver Ocelot on holiday as a middle-aged tourist. Yeah, no, I'm happy with this. Okay, alright, disco men and women. I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
And what's the master of ceremonies?
You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
Sure.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC, for short.
Just like me. So how do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his centre, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
I bet.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Uh-huh.
I get it. He's a puzzle.
He's a puzzle.
Goodbye, officer.
I'm gonna try again.
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Core. Hardcore. Hardcore is internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as
Hardcore. Ah.
No, seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore is internally all core.
he furrowed.
Hardcore. Is it though?
Yeah. It is.
What is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Okay, he frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Uh-huh, you said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, Take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51.
That's gonna be a long year.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
He thinks for a moment and then expression clears. You need to get Electric Cool Boy on this, my friends.
It's like it's only ultra.
Are you telling me it needs to become plus ultra?
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It's only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. I just remembered.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us.
Oh.
Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Right. Trying to think if anything could make it harder core?
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
I'm not taking drugs to make this happen. I'm not.
Yeah!
Oh. Oh, I see. We'll go through the rest of these options, and then we'll see if we can, I don't know, make my body tell me what the jam is missing. Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading.
Broken clock's right twice a day.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Uh-huh.
Unless you were thinking Reverchal imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking Reverchal imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop too.
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist?
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Ah.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
But she likes Billy Idol. Best not to be a communist. Having extreme views on issues is detrimental to understanding all sides.
Oh sure! I can do that! If you want that, I can avoid taking a stand.
Yeah, none of us will ever take a stand on anything.
Please don't turn him into a moralist. I don't even know what to say to that.
Be a moralist, Egghead. The balance needs your help.
Aye!
You guess Egghead is a moralist now. Tell me something else, Egghead.
It's time to compromise!
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide, shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Obviously, one shouldn't get too hasty with their decision-making.
I'm swiftly moving toward a solution which pleases nobody.
Good job, Egghead.
You feel Jermaine Egghead's smile is too enthusiastic. But it'll have to do for now.
Is your real name Jermaine?
Dark-cord hardcore! Jermaine Egghead!
Is that your real name?
Basically, yes it is.
Basically. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love!
L'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline? I don't know.
Love! In a woman's lungs. Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on. Cause I've never loved someone like you before.
Interesting.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good. Like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
If only I'd actually needed healing, that would have been helpful. Alright, goodbye, Egghead.
Alright! Here comes the night!
Okay, let's try and figure this out, shall we? You and me, we'll figure it out. Throw that on, this suit. Oh, we're going physical instrument AF, my dude. You know what? Take these things off. We need our arms free to dance appropriately. Goes without saying, really.
The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Incremental progress! Yeah!
Yeah, okay. It's a decent chance.
You know
Yes.
it's in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chord ape animal.
Needs more bass.
What?
The young man makes a sudden move like he's about to turn the volume down, but that would be ridiculous. And a melody. A good melody is what makes the song really stick so that you can't get out of your head anymore. Point at your own head.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from?
I don't know, I was thinking you would know.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
Very good.
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Okay, I'll look into it. In an official capacity, it's up to the police to make the beats go harder.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
How am I gonna do this?
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Okay, thank you for telling me, because I actually had no idea.
Yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
Good, good.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Yes.
Man!
Cop man! I do have a tape with me, but you can't have it. Because it's the tiny thingy on Saint whatever the fuck. But I also have the Door Gunner Mega Mix. Or did I give that tape to Gart in order to put in the thing and now he has it forever? Oh, I have a speedball. I don't even know when I got that. Okay. Oh right, yeah, I got it off fucking Kuno, didn't I? I want to save beforehand because I want to see if I'm going to give him the door gun or if I'm accidentally going to give him the
large-headed youth.
karaoke tape.
Tape! Yeah!
I got you.
Spin the tape until the space is filled. Yeah!
I got you this banging mega mix.
Aye!
One hand on his headphones, this is the audio, then shaking his head, he says,
No! No, no! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it positive! Keep the love in the house!
Alright, never mind.
Normal! Stable! Normal! Stable!
And Lily was none of those things. Okay, yeah, cool. Alright, well, at least we tried.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Yeah, talk about the church.
Yes? What's the deal?
I managed to convince Suna she's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition, she needs you speakers for a project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
Speedfreak smiles, happier than he's ever been before, but you're gonna have to share space for a couple weeks till she finishes.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited.
And what about the side business? Have you made up your mind?
You mean the drug lab? Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Oh man, really? You're a complete ballbuster.
Fucking cope.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Goodbye. I did it, Kim. I did it. I got them the thing, and I even made sure they didn't break the law while doing it. Kind of. A little bit. We won't be breaking as many laws, anyway. I did it. Alright, what the fuck do I do now? So I need a tape. Check up on that. I presume I need to wait a little while before that to be a thing. I'm very good, cop. This is nice. I'm a communist superstar cop. That's kind of my whole thing. Okay, this is all well and good, but I really, really feel like we need to start trying to track down Ruby in some capacity. We should go to the fishing village and ask about it. I can't go that way. Very annoying. I always look there and think I can go that way, and then I can't. It's a huge downer. What if I try this phone again?
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Alright, let's do it again.
Calling.
Calling.
Still calling.
Still calling.
Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Man voice.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Gerard. What a douche name. Change it. Change your name.
What are you, like
A woman's voice shouts something in the background. When Gerard speaks again, his voice is hushed.
Thanks for calling, asshole.
Welcome.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Let's do it again. Let's make more crank calls. Calling.
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 Still calling.
Yeah.
Still calling.
Oh.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
I could just take the money. I want this delivered to the Whirling and Rags in Martinez. You seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer.
The phone gets hanged up fast as lightning. All you hear is a little shuffle of nylon as the hand moves on the other end.
Alas.
Disconnect tone.
Lets you know the lieutenant is ready to move now. I'm like leaflet dropping, canvassing my police work by calling random people and seeing if they have problems that need police solving. It's all outreach and proactiveness and other buzzwords that don't fucking mean anything. God, I want to get on that boardwalk. I suspect there are useful things. We're back here. We should speak to that lady, because she's kind of like the leader of this place. Might know something about Ruby.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found that jacket I was looking for, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
It would simply be too painful to stand still for half an hour.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Every day is a track and field day, Lieutenant. Okay, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Well, I'm going to check the bonuses on it, and if they're really good, I'm not going to give it back. Have you seen a redhead woman named Ruby around the place?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because her eyes aren't great. I remember.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
I didn't, but my character did. Okay, but you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
Good sign.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
It'd be very appreciated.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
That was the best version I had. Okay, but we'll be back later if we find anything suspicious.
I'm not going anywhere. Perhaps there's something else the village can do for you, huh? Though we don't have much here. Just garbage and a skiff or two.
So what's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
Probably less artillery shell craters.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Now it's shit.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Yeah, keep her talking, but I don't know if being like... Fuck it.
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the night. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Don't worry, they're just druggies.
Those would be the dance music enthusiasts in their tent.
Indeed, and they're now in the church. So what else is on Down Coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed.
We'd go to a fish market here.
No one. That's why it's closed.
Fair.
It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
Is there nothing else?
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End.
You think I'd be able to set that up for 32 real?
Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
Ah, you say that, but I may have a means.
Nothing is impossible, surely.
Surely.
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Okay, now I need to know everything there is to know about you.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Okay.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier de Bois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
I always wanted, and indeed I do in real life, wants to have a double title in my name. I don't want to be a doctor, I want to be a double doctor. Maybe even a triple doctor. Okay, I'm off. So we got a jacket now. New jacket. Ooh, it is a nice jacket. Pain threshold and half-light go up, but lower drama. This windbreaker is like a protective cocoon, placing the wearer's torso into a pocket universe where wind, water, dirt, and fire cannot harm them. Huge writing, 100% synthetic, is proudly displayed on the chest. It lets absolutely no air through. Warning, item not actually fireproof. Oh, it's another phone item. So, if I threw that on with my phone tracking, yeah, with the phone. And I get the phone sneakers, and then I would have the full phone set. Phone. But I'm not entirely sure why I would want or need such a thing. They mentioned an impossible door. I'm not even sure if I'm going to give him that fucking jacket because... Really? Why should I? Why should I?
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow.
Okay.
The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
Okay.
His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
Okay, so what about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade.
Makes sense.
There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
Don't down me out, dead dog.
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
Okay, I guess that's enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Interesting. Okay. That kind of came out of fucking nowhere, but sure. Doom Spiral, I'm not giving you your jacket back. You're a loser. And also, you wouldn't take, you know, the jacket back when it was dirty. God forbid you just washed it yourself. No fucking way. I had to do it for you. As a result, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Hello? The shot couldn't have come from here. Trees block the way. That's true. So does that count as having investigated it? I don't think it has. Found my badge, by the way.
By love, you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
For sure, but I'm on the case.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Frater?
Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish. What can I help you with? Honestly, nothing. Okay, alright. Well, we're not going to find anything we're looking for around here, I don't think. Oh, I think I found, the old lady's husband. Completely by accident. It never a thought occurred to me to just go this way. Okay, well, we're doing it now. Yeah, you look like someone who does cryptozoology or some crap. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. Hello, sir.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
Of course he's Australian.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Hello, sir.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary the crypto-fascist. What does that mean?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
Okay, you must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
I'm going to completely ignore the fact that he doesn't like cops because most people don't. Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken. And we can't go all the way around the 881.
He already hates me. I'm not going to tell him I broke it. Warlock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Why don't you come over here and talk?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Okay.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
Yes.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Here he fastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work.
Good.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
I would like to. I'm looking for a suspect. Seen a woman with red hair who seemed to be on the run.
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
I'll have you know I is 100% mammal.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
Thank you, Kim, for writing down my quip. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
Bushwhacking, I see. What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there?
More than a few, admittedly.
And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sort of specialised techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Okay.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
Super paranatural. How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodeozoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
A giant forearm-sized stick insect. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colourful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for.
To be fair, I'm biased because I hate bugs, but you know.
Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
He shakes his head.
Would be glory itself.
Glory itself. What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Right.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Yeah, how do you know?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
I see.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
Right.
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
But what if it died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Right. Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
This arouses no special feelings in me. That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
She designed them?
Yes.
How do they work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out.
Good, good.
At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
Fascinating, fascinating. What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Okay.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
They're hanging out.
A meat-eating stick insect, Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
A carnivorous stick insect? Preposterous.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Yes, good.
Not a big fan of skepticism, this one.
Yeah, I get that impression. So what will you do if they don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Yeah, some.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Fair enough.
Yes. What?
Well, Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
We look south, where Lena would be.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
He's not going.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
She ain't bothered.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here.
My nuts.
We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Tragic.
What? Let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the Phasmid somehow.
I didn't know the Phasmid was so important to her.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Ah.
She's seen it?
She sighted the Phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Why do I get the feeling she might have made it up?
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious Phasmid.
I must.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian Phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
But you have to consider your health, buddy. Maybe go back to the whirling, warm up, and come back later?
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the Phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
Get a camera?
He's dead set on this.
Evidently.
I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
I mean, we're looking for someone hiding on this very coast. Looking for another thing may lead us to her.
Why not? At least it will give us the excuse to look into a lot of reels.
Yeah, we love reed watching.
That it will. That it absolutely will. I hope you brought your good boots.
I'm wearing great boots. So where are the traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near.
Good.
Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Sounds like this could be extremely convenient.
The 3rd is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to the trap in front of him.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
For sure.
Be careful where you tread in the reeds. Some less conscientious researchers may have left their traps out there, armed, hidden.
Like landmines, or bear traps, or dog doo-doo. What do I do if there's a Phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Right.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
Interesting. So what if I encounter it in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
Oh boy!
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me, thick. He douses you with the odd-smelling spray. A double helping as you present your other armpit and then gives you a satisfied nod.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
Yeah.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Get wrecked, copper. I'm ready, let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Yeah, they'll kill themselves out here for real.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
We did it.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
I see.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too.
Good, thank you, video game.
But what if the information is vital on the hunt?
God damn it.
What about his eager to leave friend Gary there? Talk to him too, perhaps.
I don't think I need to ask him right now how he became a cryptozoologist. It's not relevant to the hunt. We could ask him again back at the whirling, so I'll get going. We'll talk to Gary. I'll save that point, just in case. We've still got Wasteland of Reality going, which is going to be a very long time. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling. Gary, what's going on, Gary?
Hello, I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer.
Thank you, Gary.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
I beg your fucking pardon?
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook.
Oh, this conversation's gonna go poorly.
Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about after a little probing first.
So he's a racist cryptozoologist.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
You're not a lover of the grey outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Hey, nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
It's Revachol. His gaze shifts to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
You said Revachol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old
The
way.
hard way.
The Vespertine way.
Sorry, I'm having trouble taking him seriously. He nods solemnly.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd.
I don't know why he wants that, but okay.
It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Oh, so he's a nationalist. Fantastic. Do you know anything about the guy behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
Yeah, I did it. I also shot him in the chest. For no reason.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
Okay.
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Okay. Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man. That's not something many people go around saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
I'm not quite sure what I'm accusing you of at this point, other than being a racist.
You're not going to find me, are you?
100 real! I was gonna say, what am I actually finding him for? Because, you know, I'm not talking moral, like in terms of morality here. I'm talking in terms of like the law. What am I actually fining him for? For throwing away a mug? For owning it in the first place? I don't think it's illegal to own it. It's distinctly frowned upon, but I don't think it's illegal. Or is the idea that I'm fining him for tampering with a crime scene? But really, I'd rather get information out of him. Nah.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again.
Right, so that's what we were actually going to fine you for. That's not a big deal.
I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
Oh god, he is a racist.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Yeah, the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
So how did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need that?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob.
Why don't you just use a bin, like a normal bin, like a standard-ass fucking bin on the street?
I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Like, I'm not crazy, right? There are, like, public bins around that you just would put something into. It's like... yeah, throwing away a mug in a public bin is perhaps unorthodox, but it's not illegal.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
Yeah.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Yari, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Uh-huh. What happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changes his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Okay.
Right. It was just civic duty.
The lieutenant remarks drolly.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
Right.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before. But where?
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
The clinking I just heard when you moved.
Really?
He fans his arms out slowly, and this time his motions are soundless.
There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Yeah, or it could be the garbage standing in front of me.
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Sure.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
Interesting. Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Composure, huh? We have at least one thing that helps with composure. This helps with composure. Composure. Did these do composure? No. Composure. Ooh, gonna crack this boy like a nut.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
Okay, I have magnesium though. I have a lot.
The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels.
So there's a lack. I knew it wasn't the alcohol.
Yeah, the other things. Long live the other things. Made you strong as an ox, they have.
Oh, sure. So there's a lack of magnesium?
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
So I need to maggot sideways?
Maggot sideways? What are you talking about? You need to maggot up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
I doubt it somehow.
Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem.
Uh-huh.
And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine.
Uh-huh.
Nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
Righty-ho. Yeah. Anyway.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, officers.
Christ, man. Leighton. Let's give it a try.
That shirt
yes.
looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive musculature.
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
Yes, something worn underneath it.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer.
Yep.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
He unbuttons the shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
He's getting ready to go for it.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Ah.
Gary, what's going on?
You're a fucking thief, Gary.
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
Yeah, I gotta do some real apologizing.
No, you've got explaining to do.
First of all, give me the armor.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
There we go.
But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
I can't wait to put it on. So why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
Sure did smell.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
What does that have to do with anything?
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
Yeah, see what you've done, lip quiver boy.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
Honestly, Gary, you probably shouldn't mention it anymore.
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly.
Uh-huh.
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
You certainly are a person, Gary. That's about as much as I can say for you. Why did you lie to me? Why would you lie? To this face, to this frog visor I am wearing, why would you lie?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
Oh, he's in big trouble. I'm about to knock him about with these ceramic gauntlets.
I'll explain later.
He doesn't muster up the strength to yell. Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. Lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about it.
This is all he knows.
Yeah. We done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
He looks around, relieved of some burden, his mouth still quivering. Let's have a look at that armor. Ooh! It lowers empathy but increases pain threshold and volition. If I was to take that off. Oh, look at, wow! Yeah! Big and strong. We put the coat over it, and no one knows how much of a badass we are. Ready for any and all combat scenarios. Yes, yes. This is good. This is good. This is very, very good. I wish I had my old hat back. We need to find a new hat.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
Ah, are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
Understandable.
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
I'm sorry for what I said.
He replies, then falls silent.
Short means sincere in these things.
You know what? I'll take it. Thanks. Okay, so we gotta go do some investigating for, what? Sick insects or something? Could this be the boy Classier told you about? It could be.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
Big money.
That over there must be the boy Classier told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Pick it up.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine it.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
I dare say.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Of course. Shake it?
There's something in there, splashing around.
Good. Sniff it.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop and decay. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
It's a little salty. Okay, open it up.
A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae. And nothing else.
Ah.
Well, damn.
Lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
I think I know exactly who took them.
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk, so we knew what was in it anyway.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Maybe she took them herself?
That may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, well, that's something that we found, admittedly. We did find it. There's a thingy over there. It's impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. Yeah, I don't know why they're trying. Obviously not camping experts, are they? Money! I love money. Big fan of money. Ooh. More things down here. More money! Oh, God, jeez, just, oh, there's money everywhere. Love it. Brilliant. No boat in the boathouse today. What about in here? Oversized superstar sunglasses. Oh, go on then. Just a little. Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, just a bit. Come on, where are they? I know they're here. There they are. Yes. 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 Superstar cop. Yes. Superstar cop. Let's check the trap.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, A ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Downer.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was really hoping it would be in the first one.
No, you weren't.
He looks at the sea, then you, laying the trap back down on the ground. Well, you know, I tried. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Best kind of boathouse. Money? An area I haven't been to yet. Oh, this must be the way around to the other side of the boardwalk, yes. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench covered in rust. What about this thing?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Ah, we do have a means by which to investigate visual calculus. Quite a degree, and sadly my oversized superstar sunglasses do not help. Give it a try.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
I'll ask him about it first, because it might help.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs.
Grim indeed.
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Yeah, automatic weapons are a bit much, so why this many bullet holes?
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall.
Ah.
There are many of them. A dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement.
This was an execution spot, right?
10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Droplets of rain fall on the wooden planks, the surrounding sand dunes. The clouds block out any rays of light. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to 2 options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
I see. Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes.
I see.
They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background.
Likely revolutionaries, I'm going to assume.
Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world.
With the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
The person on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who was who in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution.
At first, the lieutenant doesn't say a word, he just stares at the wall.
Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Possible.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Lieutenant nods.
Or maybe...
What about people from the coalition, the so-called moralists?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall.
Uh-huh.
To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Sounds about right. Okay.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
Interesting little history lesson. Dig it. The sign says entry interdit. Well, you gotta let me through anyway, I'm a cop. It's not a choice. I am a cop, you have to let me through. It's just how it be. It's just how it be. I am a cop. Very dashing cop. Money. I do want to put my coat back on. Yeah! Love long coats. Money? Oh, there's loads of good stuff around here. The door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. I don't know about that. I have a Kvalsund. It's pretty good. Baun Pippo Pippo. What the fuck is a Pippo Pippo? Is that a hat? It is. Ultimate peak focus. It's quite handy. And I do wear a hat. I wear a beanie like all the time, so this is perfect. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? I don't know. Could be. Could be. She could be. She could also not be. Like, who the fuck knows? Well, I can't get around on this side, but we did find some interesting things. An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. Okay. Cool, good, and useful things found around this location. Very nice. Section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. He did say to check his trap last, because, obviously, he just said it. I've already forgotten where he said the other traps were. Full disclosure.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Yell ho into the slit.
There's no echo, and no answer.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Hey Kim, what's in there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
You think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now.
Ah.
In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there?
I hope not.
Boy, I hope not.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Uh-huh.
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Okay, I'm gonna push it.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
It did. It did do that. I have aided the community. Yes, I have. You'll love to see it. It troubles me because I've investigated maybe 1 shooting location, and that's it. I haven't found any others. I have no idea. This place is very confusing. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water. You. Starring you. Produced by you. Guest appearance, Kim Kitsuragi. What a guy. I'm still not giving him his jacket back, fuck him. We don't even know if it's his jacket. He might just be angling for a free jacket. I want the free jacket. I found it. I went to all the trouble. The trap.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds. Another one of Morel's traps, weighed down by stones to keep it in place.
Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Always the cold.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Downer.
Another empty trap.
The lieutenant takes a note, more out of habit than duty. How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. Leave. Oh, it's 6 o'clock, and 6 o'clock is like evening time, isn't it? Wouldn't you say? I would say. I think it's time to go sing. It's time to go sing. Time for singing is now. We'll check in with him in a minute in case he has any tapes. Time to give these rags a whirling. It doesn't look like it's in the evening state, though.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
She smiles up at you distractedly. I ran into your husband on the coast.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
The old woman clasps her hands together over her blanket.
He's fine, ma'am. He couldn't get back earlier because the water lock in the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long.
We're dealing with it.
But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
It's what we do, ma'am.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
Well, he should be on his way back here. You ever told me you've seen the Phasmid?
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
No, let's hear it.
Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar notebook.
We're ready to take notes.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
What happened?
I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature.
Huh.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen.
You've seen it too.
For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
Yes.
We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the Phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
White marble limbs?
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
Yes. You're on a date?
Our first. Yes.
The old woman sighs tenderly. Its limbs are white?
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them, on the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Did you imagine it?
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morel says my report matches with the others. And I'm sure I hadn't heard of the Phasmid as a child. Nor had my mother or my grandmother. So how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager the boys would tell me, Lena.
She lowers her voice, imitating a boy.
You trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
I've seen it. So Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
That's a very diplomatic answer. He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
I see. Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
That's all for now, ma'am. We should go talk to Classier about the boy. I don't know why that's a word I can't really say, but I can't say it. The boy. The boy. Hello, there was a thing. She's made around 4 months of payments for this room. Spy work pays well, apparently. Hey, what's up? Got a question.
Officer.
Found your boy.
It's a fine day for questions.
Your boy. It was empty, just seawater.
Oh.
Oh.
Did you take the documents?
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
Yes, you should have. I don't know why you buried them. Perhaps they took it?
They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And I've told no one but you.
So I guess Elizabeth didn't take it either, which was my initial suspicion.
You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
Okay, well, there's not really anything more to do with that than what that is, so fair enough. I return to every point desperate for any kind of fucking context. Does this guy have tapes?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Do you sell tapes?
Tapes? You mean like music tapes? No, music is out.
What?
Don't listen to music. I sell extremely cool sunglasses. If you want to get your mojo going.
Alright, so you have no idea whatsoever where I can find tapes.
Tapes? Tapes are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in the trees. There's one in the bushes, right behind this lorry.
I'm gonna go steal it.
No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
I don't know about that.
You should have a look. It's better than nothing.
Okay, goodbye. Where are the bushes? There are the bushes. Found them.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze.
Good hawthorn.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102. Underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Okay.
The bronze ribbon twists around and within the branches in an intricately natural pattern. But there's something.
Well, what do I see?
There's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon, the way it flows, how it twists and turns. It's all starting to make sense. It'll be easier to remove now.
I'm a genius. Disentangle the tape. Go. Really?
Like an immaculate labyrinth, the magnetic tape twists and turns around the branches.
God damn.
You just can't get it loose. All you've done is make your fingers bleed from the thorns.
Christ. This is an outrage. It was at 92%. This is but whatever, I don't even need it right now. It's not the most important thing in my life at this exact moment is getting that stupid tape. It's really not. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't even see it. This is the church. There's the steeple. Turn it around and there's the people. Hello, door.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing, anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
You service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling? I can't see how. The church is in the way.
There we go. But surely it's not physically possible for me to open the damn thing. It's apparently a red check, so I'm guessing if I attempted and failed, it would just break it. Like the lock would fucking break or something. Which makes me not want to touch it. I don't think touching it's a good idea. I think I should leave it. Unless someone comes flying in and says, Foreman, you should definitely touch that door. I'm not going to touch the door. This seems fair. Oh, the trap. I found it. Lovely. And we should definitely look up there after we've done playing with the trap.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
For sure, look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze. Snow specks the stalks. Most of it melts quickly. The reeds seem to be waiting for something.
Anything.
The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Let's check the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Unsurprising.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
He's short-winded, the sentence ends there. Okay, off we go. This is why you have to do cardio, Kim. This is why I switched to a vape. I'm in the process of doing so anyway. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand Tsumotri. I don't know. You take a mental note. Tsumotri seems important somehow. Well, yeah. This seems like one of the potential shooting locations. Oh, yeah, especially on top of that thing. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusty broken control box for the radio relay tower. Oh, this has gotta be something significant. Scented scarf. Ooh. Surely that's evidence. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance where the posts trail towards... I don't know. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. This seems like the place where a shooting could happen. It really fucking does. Unless the church is still in the way. I don't know. I don't know the geography of this area very well. Admittedly. A polo shirt and some money. Interesting. I've never been a fan of polo shirts. I wear them for work because it's like... I don't know. It's just kind of a thing you wear for trade work, but... I'm not personally a fan of them. It's not my style. I have many styles, and that's not really one of them. That's just me. If you wear polos, good for you, man. It's not really for me. See what the first trap has to say?
This is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality.
Ground.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble, while the snow falls all around. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night.
Yeah, no kidding.
The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
We always feel strange. Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Oh?
No locusts.
No locusts.
No phasmid either, but still.
Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
Huh, but what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists, we are cops.
We could be cryptozoological cops. We could be.
A cold gust of air dries your sweaty face, and you look to the dark shadow, the felled building in the distance, drawing you to it. What a strange sensation. Once this is done, should you try to ask again?
What?
You've checked all the traps now.
Okay. For some reason Shivers thinks I should go back to the Fell building. Actually don't know why, but...
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops.
Looks like tomorrow, Nick.
Hey, they're back. Sir.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Everything went better than expected. Hello.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
I say. Sounds lovely.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull, with 8 eyes.
That's bloodborne as fuck. That's all for now, ma'am. I want to see the new tie. Exciting. Inland Empire and Volition. But I really like my scarf. I really do. Big fan of the scarf. So, does it count as evening now?
The stage is all set up. You feel a little dizzy.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look around the room.
There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours.
Nah, it's gotta be in the evening. That's gotta be the time. It's gotta be the time. What do you have to say for yourself, sir?
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Uh-huh.
I mean, officers.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, mister.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Not really, but I'd like to.
Uh-huh. Mom is great. You know what's great about my mom?
Everything?
Yeah.
She smiles, hugging her fuzzy toy. Okay, well, this didn't help, but still. Okay. What shack does the old lady live in, and how do I get in there?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the...
That doesn't help me. Where do you live? I'm a cop. You have to tell me. It might... No, it wouldn't be. That wouldn't make any sense. Oh. I don't remember seeing that before.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Interesting.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
Oh, I don't want to stick my hand in there. What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Yes.
Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Fuck that, search it.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet? Interesting.
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
Ready to fight some cops with the glaucoma that stops her from seeing properly. Yeah.
Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Uh-huh. Is that an interactable, or is it like, you know, a resource? Because now, technically, we have a bullet. You've got 2 bullets. Oh, I had a bullet already. Oh, interesting. Okay. Still don't have a gun, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. I guess we have Kim's gun. Hey, Kim. We gotta confront this washer lady. Let's see what we can do. Hello, ma'am.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
Yeah, she was the last person to stay there, wasn't she?
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
Clever, clever.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, and then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
Time's changed. You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag. After a long silence, her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
Hey, look, we don't know if she's some kind of horrible criminal mastermind yet. I'm just looking for her. When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
It's a bit more.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
We have more than a few. You said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Thank you, ma'am.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
His voice is tinged with pride. Ah, you aren't sorry for a moment, are you, you bastard? Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Good of you. Is there anything else in there?
No.
Okay. What is she like?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Okay, so she's charismatic, you know, talkative.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back towards her shack, thinking.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
Why not? I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The world.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Okay, well, we've ruled that one out. I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witnessed that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset.
Okay.
She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do.
Oh, I'm certain I have no idea what you're on about in that regard. Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made.
She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand, water drips to the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
I am.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Possible. So where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's that fucking supply depot door, isn't it?
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
Possibly.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Her tone is without malice.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Very persistent.
This is a cool moment. It needs a cool thing.
Let's rock with our cock. This is a cool moment. Yeah, that's the cool thing to say. Say the cool thing. No. Fine.
What?
What?
What did you say?
Nothing. What did you say?
Never mind. Let's just continue.
Further up the coast we go then.
Are you sure you'd rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
Probably.
The Feld electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Why do you keep doing this? I have a few more questions about Ruby.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl?
Nothing. I was testing
Yes.
you. Okay, goodbye.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She looks around. The air is getting colder.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
And it's not the first time we've heard it either.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Interesting. People seem convinced that she's like a really nice person. But at the same time, you know, maybe she is, maybe she isn't. It's hard to say at this point.
You see, a once bright mural, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Interesting. Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Yeah.
Why single out this one building?
Listen to the wind. Found the empty trap. Reconstructed execution. Death notification. This is a white check. You may retry it. This feels important. Okay, it was shivers, wasn't it? We've got something that can help with that, I think. Let's look at what we've already got. Okay. Yep. Okay. That's shivers. That's shivers. You can't honestly tell me I'm just gonna stand there and listen to nature and then immediately find her. We can't be that good.
The once bright mural towers above
decent
you,
chance.
saying, "Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Give it a try?
Suddenly,
damn.
All is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down or gone behind a corner. You only hear distant waves washing the coast.
Downer.
The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
Be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least.
Quote unquote.
And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too.
It is.
Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side.
Oh.
Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
I guess it is now.
A prayer of sorts. To Revachol.
And if that fails and we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Can only hope.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
Adventure, or... Let's put a point into Shivers and try again. Okay, let's try again.
Mural
it's looking pretty good.
You, saying,
yes!
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
Oh my god, really? Oh, I really wish I'd put a lot of points into Shivers, because I feel like this could change your entire perception of the game. I guess I still could, really. It's not too late. I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
We've looked everywhere else.
Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Uh-huh.
Finally, my time to shine.
Oh boy, savoir-faire, here we go. There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof?
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
That's not very cash money of you, Kim.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded, and the peeling rust is razor sharp.
Lovely.
In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
190, I'm a giant.
Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead,
that's not very cash money.
What if you were to do something more subtle?
Okay.
Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
The lieutenant stares at you stone-faced. Go on, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
Teleport to the roof! And apparently I'm quite good at it. You're not ready to do this yet. We can buff savoir-faire even more. And I will. With my superstar glasses. Put the armor on, that's probably a good idea. My phone tracksuit bottoms. Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am. Put my coat back on. Show the people what they're working with.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Let's do this.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear. Your atoms fading out of existence.
I'm doing it.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Holy shit.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I don't understand what just happened. Just stand there like a Samarin master.
You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed.
Surely that's more impressive.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside.
Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
It's a good point. It is a good point. I'll figure it out. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a fucking hero. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. People half my character's age couldn't have done that. I couldn't have done that. Well, I might have been able to do that in real life. Stone's Fall, it's a long way down. But I would have had an equally large amount of chance of fucking up. Spooky in here. Glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. A postcard. Delightful. There's nowhere to go but down, so down we go. You know what I just realized, actually? You should take out your flashlight. I totally should. There we go. I'm gonna go back up, just in case there was anything in here that I would have seen with the flashlight, because it's still kind of dark up here. Okay, yeah, nah, it's fine. Gotta be thorough, I'm a cop. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One could barely squeeze by. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Old file folders in the cart, documents silvery with mold. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass.
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
These are computer components?
Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass. Slides with an inlaid nervous system.
How they do that and why?
The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know.
Finish the thought. Interesting. Ooh! The perfect jacket to ask Lillian out on a date. Good. Good. I should have brought her over to see me teleport up the building. She would have been really impressed with that, I think. In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Ah. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures. Stale fabric, smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. These pots and plates are full of dust and spiderwebs. This is a whole thing. A revolutionary's hat, +1 to Mazovian socioeconomics. Fantastic. Same slit window you saw from the outside.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov, There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush it off.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
What do you mean? Alright, we're done here. We really need to try and get Kim in here, it occurs to me. We need to find a door. Oh, there he is.
2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door.
Alright, you're just jealous because I can teleport. Push him open. Hey, Kim.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the 2 metal panels slide open with a creak.
Ta-da!
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
How'd you even get here?
After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
Uh-huh.
He's quite proud of himself.
Maintenance entrance? So pedestrian.
Yes. It's cool to risk your life climbing rickety ladders.
It is.
Anyway, let's investigate these passages.
Huzzah. And we will, but not yet. This episode has been going for a while. It's coming to a close soon. I'm gonna put a point in drama. And we're gonna go sing. We're gonna go do a big sing. We're gonna go and we're gonna nail it, and people are gonna love it, and they will think we're something real special. But before we do that, let's see what our conservative friend thinks of our dashing acrobatics.
Good evening.
You have nothing. Do you not understand how cool the thing I did was? Like, it was the. Whatever, I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. I do stuff like that all the time. Like, not even a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not even a teeny tiny deal to someone as impressive as I am. So impressive. So impressive that I have to tell myself just to remind me how impressive I am. Surely it's considered evening here now. It's like 7 o'clock. 7 is evening. Yeah, here we go. Everyone's turned out to see my performance. And the cops are still here. I quickly want to check with them, actually, something.
Again? I can't believe...
No.
Yes?
I was hoping they'd have something to say about that shooting in the church, but nah. Alright. Big boy moment. It's time to do this. The time is now. Need anything and everything that boosts drama. Gotta wear fingerless gloves. Yeah, we're ready to go. This is the time. Yep. I am prepared.
You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves.
I'm pretty sure we've seen this before, but fuck it.
Where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie?
Yes.
Is he dangerous?
Damn right I'm dangerous.
You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they are all very impressed.
As they should be. Alright, let's do this.
The stage is all set. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look around the room.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. They are going to hate you.
No!
Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff.
I'm gonna do it. Now's the time. Throwing in some dance moves. Superstar cop. It would have to be a nat 1 for this to fail. Let's go.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Don't I know it? All of everything has led up to this moment.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Oh boy.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Though it once was larger, how the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
God damn. Is that canonically our voice? I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-Saëns, though it once was larger. How the rill may rest there, down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here, but now you are alone. None of this matters at all. I leveled up, because I did so good at it.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
I want to dedicate this song to whoever wrote me that fucking letter. I still love you. Thank you very much, asshole. I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi. I'd like to dedicate this song to Gart for letting me sing it. It's all shit, Gart. I'd like to dedicate the song to the Pale Nothing that will devour the world. I'd like to dedicate this song to Contact Mike. Everyone else sucks. I'd like to dedicate this song to the RCM. Please don't fire me. I don't want to dedicate this song to anyone. I performed it for myself, which is actually the best, I think. Yeah, I performed it for myself.
The microphone amplifies your voice in an uncomfortable manner. Someone coughs. Most people have gone back to talking now.
Yeah, I don't care.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
No, we gotta do the second part.
Last words?
Whip out your finger pistols, shoot in the air, and leave. Yeah! Quite colourful in here, I mean the lights. Come on, man, give it up. Good stuff.
Again? I can't.
I really thought you guys would have something to say.
What is it?
Did you hear her sing? Did you like the song singing?
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Sean?
Yeah, come on, Sean.
Whoa, how does she know your name? She probably heard it from somewhere. You have to be more careful, karaoke star. Names are dangerous.
Hey, my stage name is Tequila Sunset, thank you very much.
That was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches.
Feelings mutual, buddy.
Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to...
Jean, it's not right. Don't make it worse, and I really liked it.
Thank you.
She actually did.
Did you just call me Harry?
Yes, I called you by your name. What about it?
She sounds slightly agitated and sad. How do you know my name?
God, everybody knows your name. Please go finish your investigation, so everyone can go home.
Okay, goodbye.
Again?
You're useless. Alright, well, we've done it then. Yes, we've done it. And we actually have set up for next time, which is going to be exploring the Feld building, because there's a high chance that Rose is in there, but she might not be. But even if she's not in there, there's still going to be interesting stuff to look through, so that's cool. I'm excited to do next time, as I'm always excited to do more of this game, because something always fucking happens, even if it doesn't seem like it will. It will. Something will always happen. You just gotta snoop around a little bit longer. Shit's nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Tum King, Majoko Maiman, Adash Sanjeev, Alkia, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, MB Alias, Lord Skullington, Jessicitty, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magic Owl, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Sir World, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and KDT800 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. It continues to be a blast, what can I say? The game is fantastic. I can't end every fucking episode by talking about how good the game is because you know it's good, or you probably wouldn't be watching it. It's good. It's a great game. I look forward to playing more, and when I do play more, I hope I see you there. Doodles. Goodbye.